Now on the RickVanMan channel, we head down to the allotment, where Rick continues his ongoing journey into growing his own food.
Well, hi guys, this is Rick. I hope everyone's having a great day. Okay, it is Saturday the 17th, I think, 19th, 17th, which I believe is St. Patrick's Day. And on St. Patrick's Day, apparently, that's the day when you plant your spuds. So what I've got here is a little box, and got a few small tools and lots of potatoes. Now these are potatoes that started out life as eating potatoes, but as you can or maybe can't see, they've all sprouted. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to plant them in the ground. Now I'm just debating where to plant them. I think I may put them in here, because this soil is not too bad. Over here the soil's still pretty wet and it's still pretty lumpy, and it's still going to need some more work doing on it before it's kind of fit to be used. This bed up here I did till over the other day, and it's gone a little bit finer, but it's still not perfect. But I may plant a few in here. I'm not sure yet. Give this a go. Now, from what I understand, is you have to dig a trench to put your potatoes in, and then as your potatoes grow up, you backfill them with this extra earth that's been mounded up along the side. Now I don't know what make these are, except they're definitely wanting to grow, so I'm just going to put them in the ground there. In fact, I think I'm going to dig a little deeper. Yeah, I've got two lots of potatoes. I've got these greenish ones, I don't know what they are, and then I've got a bag of English Maris Pipers, which I'll put in a different bed. So it's carving out a bit of space. Let's put our first potato in. Now these two bushes here are blackcurrant bushes. They were very kindly given to me by Jim from down the road there, one of my allotment neighbours. And obviously I don't want to plant too closely. I think this might be a little bit close. I'm going to just move this up a little bit further, just to be on the safe side. Look at that lump of metal. There is so much junk in this soil, it's unbelievable. But like I say, for this year anyway, I'm just going to plant the things in there, and well, they're going to have two choices. They're going to live or they're not. So I kind of put the rest in God's hands, you know. I'll do my bit here and see what happens. I think I'm going to go for, I don't know, a foot apart. Does that sound about right? Maybe a little, maybe 18 inches. It's about that much apart. Because I remember the potatoes I grew last year in the pots, they come up so bushy, they really start competing with each other. And in the pots I didn't get a huge amount of potatoes. I think that's because they were all a bit crammed in. So I try not to do that with these. The soil's still very clayey, but hopefully, obviously I'm going to feed them and make sure that they're getting the nutrients that they want. It'll be an interesting experiment to see how well they do. It's a bit hard on the knees. I think I might have to invest in one of those kneeling mats that you find in the old fogey catalogues. But that is the one thing about gardening, is you always ache afterwards. There's always a lot of bending down to be done, and never mind, it's good exercise, can't complain. So there we go, that's the first 2 rows of potatoes in. They don't look very neat, and I suspect that those rows are way bigger than they need to be. So I've decided I'm going to plant the Maris Pipers in that one over there. I rotovated it again this morning. It's got a lot finer, so I'm going to go up there now and well, get started on that as well. Well, there we go. That soil hasn't turned out too badly at all in the end. We're still up here at the top end, still down there it's still a bit plaggy, and it's not going to till any finer until it's completely dried out. But up here I think we're doing okay. Now I did need to do a little bit of pathway adjusting. I did have a path there and a path under that right hand mound there, but what I didn't take into account when I trod the paths down was, you know, how wide I was going to need each bed. Basically in the bed that was there I could only get 2.5 sort of ditches in there, so I've just, like I say, widened the path out a little bit. I'll worry about that later on. So I'm going to get me Maris Pipers in now, and hopefully I'll be able to fill up that whole bed, and then I'm just going to cordon it off to make sure that I don't tread on it or bump into it. So there we go, that's all the potatoes planted now. That's an unknown variety here, I'm not sure what they were. And the Maris Pipers are in there. I've cordoned it off with a bit of string just to just so I don't knock into it or anything. Overall I'm quite impressed with the way that soil's actually turned out. I'm just hoping as I go through the next few weeks that this stuff is going to be turning out similar. What I've come to understand is, or what I've been told actually, let's just get that lump of glass out. Basically, if the soil is this wet, no matter how much you tilled it, it will not get any finer than this until it is dried out. So I actually had a go, when I tilled that over this morning, I actually had a go on this again, and you can see that the lumps are exactly the same size. So I literally just ran down it once with the rotavator and made absolutely no difference to it whatsoever. So I really do need to just kind of hang in there until the ground dries out for planting in here. Same goes for the polytunnel. Let's have a quick look. Now I haven't even started work in the polytunnel yet. I'm still waiting on the ground. I think I will have a little dig over before I go home, but the ground is still very, very wet. What I've decided I will do tonight is I'm going to leave the doors open, and probably for the next, well, it's Saturday there, I'm going to leave the doors open just over the weekend just to see whether it makes any difference. I believe it will, because the only thing I'm worried about is if the wind picks up, but at the moment the forecast for strong winds is not around, so I think we'll be fine. The garlic's really growing well now. I'm quite impressed with that. I'm looking forward to harvesting that, and also I'm also getting experience of having an allotment, having neighbours, and one of my allotment neighbours has just come up to me and said, would I like some grapes, you know, a grapevine. They're actually having a change round over there, and they've given me one grapevine, but there's more on the way. So apparently it's a prolific grower and does really well in clay soil. I know grapes do well in clay soil because back at home the soil is very, very clay, and some of my neighbours grow grapes and they just have a massive yield of them every year. So I feel some more winemaking videos maybe on the horizon. Not sure where I'm going to put them yet. What I'm going to do, I'm just going to heel them in, which basically means I'm going to park them in a bit of ground just for now. I'll wait until the other ones arrive. She said she'll bring them up during the week at some point, and then I'll decide where they're going to go. They'll probably need to go up at this end. I'm not quite sure, but I will need to build some sort of a structure for them to grow onto, but I'll cross that bridge a bit later on. So I think we're done for this video. That's just basically planting the potatoes on St. Patrick's Day. I was going to wait a little bit longer, but I thought no, let's get into the spirit of it. You know, St. Patrick's Day is traditionally the day on which to get your spuds in the ground, apparently. So I thought, well, you know, let's go for it. So they're in the ground, quite happy, and I suddenly realised I've just lost 2 big beds now, so I'm down to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, plenty. Okay. Right, I'm going to sign off this video, guys. Thanks for watching. Hope you have a great rest of the day, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care.